10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That is the 5-minute period for the rerun of the 350 heat race from this morning. Drivers, crank them up.
All right, Jeff Farrell, the rear run coming back out of the pit area. First boat out, the E40, the Miss General RV, driven by Dylan Goodell. Next boat out, the 142, Robert Becky, the US Auto Supply. Baby Becky behind the wheel. The 313, Benedict Racing, Bill Benedict out of Evansville, Indiana. Next boat out of the pit area, that looks like the 3. They're going to make the call. I'm waiting on one more maybe down the end. But right now, you got 3 of them coming towards you.
Thank you, John Tomey. We have some very great names that are fit perfect for inboard hydroplane driving. Baby Betke, no doubt a hydroplane driver's name. We've got Jimmy Roll here this weekend. Dominic Pono 4 minutes away. And, John, sometimes those colorful names make good pilots. We'll see.
We shall see. I think the team for the Betke Racing family was trying to do a little number on old Robert there. But Baby Becky behind the wheel of the 142. All the boats down the backstretch here. We're at the 3:38 mark until the start. Welcome back, Owensboro. We're back racing. It is time after this heat for the North American Championships. So stick around.
Thank you, John Tomey. 1.25-mile course here in Owensboro. All divisions, all classes, 4 laps, 5-mile competition heats. The Grand Prix boats use a clock start, but they have assigned lanes. The remainder of our inboard classes is fighting for their lanes. We're approaching the 3-minute mark. You have to have your lane established prior to the exit pin at turn number 2. Before the start, coming to the South Central Bank start-finish line. Name of the game in inboard hydroplane racing. Be at the start-finish line buoy at full song, full throttle. You want to be just a tick of that start-finish line buoy, just a shade to the left of it. When the clock strikes 0, if you jump the gun, you're issued a 1-minute penalty on elapsed time, which takes you away from victory. 2:35 until the start. John, right now, this is what we call the race before the race. Each driver right now has no clue what lane they will be in. This is what's going on right now, the fight for lanes.
Absolutely. Everybody in the limited classes, the Grand Prix, are going to be fighting for lanes all weekend long. And like you said, call this the race before the race. The ultimate goal is to come to that start-finish line when that clock strikes 0. Right now we're at 2:09 away. And we can see the clock from here down in English Park really bright. So the driver shouldn't have any fault seeing that clock.
Under the 155 mark, under the 155 markers, Baby Betke, you can see on the live stream, provided by Concept Sound and Light, with the graphics provided by Axiom. Beautiful drone shot from Concept Sound and Light. And John, I've been blessed with the monitor here in my suite on the 3rd level of the Owensboro Convention Center. They've been providing excellent video throughout the weekend, and you see Godell going into turn number 1 from the drone. Betke cuts through the infield. I'm sorry, that was Benedict.
Yep.
Betke and then Dylan Godell. So, John, looks like we're only going to have 3 answer the call here for this heat race in 350, 105 away.
Yeah, it looks like 3 of them going to make the call here. We started with 6, had the black flag for the 323 in the previous heat, but it looks like we're only going to have 3 make the start. Right now, it looks like the 142 and Becky maybe in lane number 1. Looks like the 40 of Dylan Goodell, and then Benedict on the outside. Coming down the backstretch, all lined up pretty good. 45 seconds to the start. This should be a good start with all 3 of them lined up, ready to come around.
Thank you, John Tomey. Reason for the small field, our original restart of the heat. We had a boat dead in the water. A couple drivers failed to acknowledge the black flag, so that's why we're down to 3. As they got a penalty from the officials of the APBA. John up in turn number 2. Good luck in alignment. Baby in the 1 lane. Godell in 2. Buddy in 3.
Yep, they're coming right at you, Jeff Elliott. They got 15 seconds to the start. They'll come off this exit pin at turn number 2. bring them down to the green.
South Central Bank start-finish line. They see it. We're 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark. Appears to be a clean start. We're racing the rerun of the 350 heat race. Beautiful drone shot in turn number 1. Betke on the buoy rose. Godell on the outside. Godell a slight leader. Betke with the advantage, running tight to the pins off the turn. Deck to deck.
Looking good off the top 2 with Betke on the inside and Godell on the outside. Godell's going to open it up a little bit all the way from Allen Park, Michigan. They'll go down the backstretch here. We'll call it 3 boat lengths once they hit the extra pin of turn number 2 here on lap number 1. We go 4 times around the 1.25 mile race course here in Owensboro, and it's Dylan Godell. He'll come off the exit of 2. Coming back to you.
Boy, love that shot up in turn number 2. It is so identical from the traditional camera shot on TV at the Seattle Seafair up in the north turn. Now Godell flying. Oh, whoa, Dylan flying high. Past the start-finish line buoy and Miss General RV. Baby Betke in second, Buddy Benedict in third, and Dylan getting a little light past the start-finish line buoy. He settled it down, and John, he was riding high.
Getting a little bit light. We can't see that from here. Good call for you, but you got to get that left sponson settled back down before you try to turn left. If you try to turn left without that sponson settled, you're going right over. So good job by Dylan to get that 40. The RV Center's sponsored back on the water. He'll come off the exit at 2. He's already opened up by 3 full rooster tails, Jeff Baylor. Looking really good here in the qualifier.
Dylan Godell out of Allen Park, Michigan, hammered down here in the 350 rerun. We're already halfway through it. Better boat ride this time by the, boy, he is hanging it out to dry, working into turn number 1. Dylan might want to settle her down just a touch. You got a comfortable lead. Boy, John Tomey. What a thrill for the fans here on the shoreline. The old guy here, I better reset back down.
They're giving you a little scares, Dylan. They got to get to that radio man and tell him to calm down a little bit. You got a straightaway advantage as you work lap number 3 down here into turn number 2. Really hanging that left sponson is really flying high as he comes down here into turn number 2. He's opened up by almost a half a lap as he'll come off the exit of 2. Godell coming your way.
Godell putting on a show. Betke in second. Benedict slowing in third. White flag displayed. This is where he starts hanging it out to dry. We see from the drone, Dylan Godell right on them pins, puts it on the hook. One more time around in the 350 rerun. It's been all Dylan Godell and Miss General RV.
Miss General RV looking really good down the backstretch. Dylan looking to go 3 for 3 on the weekend. This boat, by the way, with Harvath driving yesterday, but Dylan doing a great job here today as he'll come past the halfway point of the backstretch here in this long 1.25 mile race course here on the Ohio River. Dylan Godell through the apex of turn number 2. The Miss RV Center's going to come your way. Bring him home, Jeff.
Thank you, John. He settled it some up there in turn number 2. You can see the rooster tail not quite as large, but comfortable advantage. South Central Bank start-finish line. Godell sees it. Checkered flag out. Your winner of the 350 rerun, Dylan Godell, Miss General RV. Baby Betke up in turn number 2 in the U.S. Auto Supply with assistance from TMG Marketing out of Detroit, Detroit Autorama. This is a good boat in 350. They're on the learning curve, new owners. But 1 and 23, 24 to look out for. Baby Betke crosses in second in U.S. Auto Supply. And John Buddy Benedict slow up in turn number 2. You see from the drone. I believe Buddy will come down and get the checkered flag, and I think the officials will go ahead and give Buddy the checkered. And good to see Buddy finish one. He's had a tough season as well. Lots of mechanical gremlins with that craft out of Evansville.
Yeah, good to see Buddy come across start-finish line there and finish a heat. But congrats to Dylan Godell, Miss General RV. Great run this weekend for that 40 boat. They've been running really well. And I'd like to see the Baby Betke craft get up to par. That is a fast hydroplane, the one going down the backstretch right now. We'll see the 350s again, and hopefully we'll have a full field. But we've got our first North America Championship coming up next.